This is known as the storm moon. The storm moon brings balance and rebirth at the end of winter. And so in the spirit of the storm moon, tonight's story of the gods is the biting of the wolf. It is a good story. Many of you know it. You know, after a long absence from Asgard, Odin returned to find that Loki was absent. And so he set about securing the terrible children of the treacherous god. Odin in his wisdom knew that the great wolf, Fenrir, who was not yet fully grown, must be bound. And so he set the smithy of Asgard to make a great iron chain. Now, Fenrir was known for his strength, and when he saw this chain, he knew he could break it easily. So he allowed the gods to bind him. They said, let it just be for sport, Fenrir, and so he let them. With a great stretch of his limbs, he broke the chain, as if it was nothing. The gods congratulated the wolf on his strength, but they knew that they must now forge a stronger chain. The greatest metal smiths in all of Asgard were summoned, and the most heavy, the most formidable chain was forged. It took 3 gods to carry the chain, and they could only drag it along the ground. Now when Fenrir saw this chain, he became quite suspicious. The gods again asked Fenrir, show us how strong you are and let us bind you with this chain. But Fenrir refused, for he suspected the treachery that they were known for. But they appealed to his vanity and said, surely a great wolf such as you would have no problem breaking this. And so he acceded to their demands and allowed them to bind him with the heavy chain until he was completely covered in iron links. With one great stretch of his limbs, he shattered the links as if they were made of some brittle metal. The gods then again congratulated Fenrir, but they dissembled their feelings, for they knew that the wolf had grown too powerful for their talents. Now there are some talents that the gods do not possess, and they must find them in other places. Now, Odin sent one of the gods to the realm of Nidavellir, the dwarves, the Svartalfs. The dwarves were asked to forge a magical chain. The dwarves forged day and night, and they constructed the chain from elements not seen in the realm of Asgard or Midgard. They formed this chain from the footfalls of a cat, the beards of a woman, the knees of a mountain, the sinews of a bear, the breath of a fish, and the spittle of birds. Now, one could believe almost anything of such a chain forged of such magical items. And so the gods returned to feasting and their amusements, so as not to arouse the suspicions of the great wolf. After a day of amusements, the gods were laughing and jesting with each other, and one of the gods produced the magic magical chain from his robe. This chain was known as the Gleipnir. One of the gods held up the Gleipnir and said, I hear this chain is too strong for even us to break. And so he tried and failed. And one after the other, the gods tried to break the Gleipnir. Soon Odin said, as if by surprise, well, why not let Fenrir try? He is the breaker of chains. But Fenrir was suspicious of the gods. He knew their treachery. The gods chided Fenrir. They made fun of the great wolf. You must be like a little baby if you cannot break away such a silken thread such as this. Fenrir's vanity got the best of him. And he said he would allow the gods to bind him, but only if one of their number was brave enough to place his right hand inside his jaws as a measure of good faith. The gods looked at each other in dismay, for they knew what well would happen. In an instant, the bravest of the Aesir, Tyr, who was the keeper of Fenrir, he stepped forward and he placed his hand inside the jaws of the giant wolf. The gods set about binding the wolf with the Gleipnir. When he was fully bound, as before, he stretched out his great limbs. But the wolf realized that no matter how hard he tried, the tighter the Gleipnir pulled against him and restricted him. Soon he realized the treachery of the gods. And in an instant, he bit off the hand of Tyr at the wrist. The great wolf rolled on the ground and howled in anguish and rage. Let him hear you howl. He arrived and he fought. And once the great wolf had tired himself out, Odin secured him in the land of torture below the realm of Niflheim. He chained the great wolf with the Gleipnir in a dark cave. He propped open the wolf's jaws with a great sword, and a poisonous river flowed from his mouth. And there the great wolf will stay imprisoned until the twilight of the gods at Ragnarok. By his sacrifice, the brave god Tyr has prevented a great foe from destroying Asgard. To Tyr! Thank you, my friends. Skål.